It's late 1981. Ronald Reagan's in his first year. MTV is brand new. Neon, leg warmers, and Walkmans are everywhere. And in the middle of it, one woman releases a song that doesn't just reach number one, it owns it. This is Christopher, and welcome back to Who Ordered the Pie, the podcast where music history and cocktails mix. Ten straight weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100, the longest run of the decade. It was a hit that changed her image and blocked everyone else from moving up the charts. The song coming back to you yet? Olivia Newton-John was already beloved, already a superstar, but now stepping into something new, bold, modern, playful, and just a little dangerous. Physical wasn't shy. It wasn't sweet. It was sly, rhythmic, and suggestive. Exactly the spark that the early 80s wanted. Radio programmers said it tested higher than anything they had seen in years, so it stayed in heavy rotation everywhere. And that created a 10-week wall at number one, a chart frozen in place. Great songs were lined up behind it, waiting for a chance that never came. But before the sweatbands, there was a softer focus to Olivia.
Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should.
Her first number one U.S. hit was the song I Honestly Love You back in 1974. Intimate, breathy, and confessional.
I love you. I honestly love you.
Then came Have You Ever Been Mellow in early 1975, her second number one. Warm, easy, weightless. California sunlight you can hear right through the speakers.
There was a time when I was in a hurry as you are.
These were the songs that shaped her early image. Gentle, approachable, comforting. America's quiet romantic.
Have you never been mellow? Have you never tried?
And then came Olivia's first metamorphosis.
Shape up, 'cause I need a man. And my heart is
In 1978, Grease rocketed her into a different kind of fame. Sandy Olsen, shy, sweet, soft-spoken, became a cultural phenomenon. You're the One That I Want hit number one around the world, and that soundtrack became one of the biggest of the decade.
take my direction. Feel your way.
Suddenly, she wasn't just a singer, she was a star, a face everyone recognized. And even then, her image stayed safe, sweet, and familiar, which is why Physical hit so hard. It wasn't just another single, it was a shift, a confident new lane she hadn't taken before. By 1981, she didn't need another hit. She was ready for something bolder. Now, I suppose you're wondering, why this Olivia Newton-John history lesson anyways? Here's why. Everything she's done up to this point, the ballads, the sweetness, the global fame from Grease, and the shift into bolder modern pop, all this set the stage for what happened next. Her transformation didn't just change her image, it changed the charts.
I've been good. Tried to keep my hands on the table.
Week 1, November 21st, 1981. Physical hits number one, and right beneath it sits a ballad that's gathering real momentum. A slow, moody track listeners can't get enough of. It's rising fast, it has its numbers, it's positioned perfectly. The freeze out begins here. That song hanging out in number 2 is Waiting for a Girl Like You by Foreigner. And this is why we're here today. The chart battle musicians still talk about, the one that became industry lore. A slow burn masterpiece, Lou Gramm delivering one of the most disciplined vocals of an era, restrained, emotional, and controlled. By every measure, it was a number one record. It dominated AM radio, it dominated FM radio, a rare hit embraced across formats. It had everything, airplay, momentum, listener love, all the ingredients of a chart topper.
Maybe I'm wrong. Won't you tell me if I'm coming on too strong? It's hard.
And yet, week after week, it stayed frozen in number 2. It was Waiting for a Girl Like You, waiting for a break it would never get, because above it, unmoving, was Physical.
Waiting for a girl like
The Foreigner hit became the national soundtrack for the 1981 holiday season. You heard it in every shop, every car, every school dance, everywhere.
For a girl like you, the love that will survive.
Week 2 passes, just waiting. Week 3 and 4, still waiting. And waiting for 9 weeks straight. 9 weeks at number 2, blocked the entire time by Physical. And to really understand what Physical did to the charts, look at Michael Jackson's Billie Jean, one of the biggest songs in the entire decade, a global phenomenon. A track that helped turn Thriller into the biggest selling album in history. And even that mega hit, it spent 7 weeks at number 1. 7. Olivia did 10, and nothing else from Thriller could touch that run. Not even Beat It could beat it. And even Casey Kasem noticed on American Top 40, he pointed out the obvious. Foreigner wasn't weak. The numbers were huge. The audience response was massive. It should have been a number 1. But the charts aren't fair. They're timing, momentum, and luck. And that winter, luck belonged to Olivia.
I've been waiting, someone new to make me feel.
Finally, in early January, week 10, Physical slips out of first place. Foreigner looks up, this might be it, except it isn't. Hall & Oates arrive and slip right past Foreigner with I Can't Go For That, No Can Do.
Easy, ready, willing, overtime. Where does it stop? Where do you dare me to draw the line? You got
A groove so smooth it glides past pop radio to R&B and back again.
almost anything that you want me to, yeah, but I can't
And Foreigner gets blocked one more time. They just want a break, but Hall & Oates say,
go for that. No, no can do. I can't go for that. No.
so there we have it. 9 weeks under Olivia, 1 week under Hall & Oates, 10 straight weeks at number 2, never number 1. It's one of the great songs in the 1980s and one of the most famous almost hits in chart history. And part of what gives that song its staying power is the atmosphere wrapped around it. That haunting floating synth line. It was played by Thomas Dolby years before She Blinded Me with Science. He was a young studio musician experimenting late at night with Foreigner, accidentally creating one of the most recognizable intros of the decade. Maybe that's why the whole track feels so weighted. The emotion never resolves. It just hangs there, suspended, waiting for something without getting. And here's a cool footnote. Years later, Michael Jackson revealed that the groove behind Billie Jean came from a song tangled in this very same chart battle, I Can't Go For That. The same track that slid into the top spot the moment Physical finally slipped. Same track that kept Foreigner from reaching number 1 one last time. A little intersection in pop history, a groove that helped spark one legend and helped shut another one down.
I wanna know what love is.
But Foreigner did eventually get their moment. A few years later in 1985, they finally reached number 1 with I Wanna Know What Love Is, a global anthem that proved that all that waiting wasn't for nothing.
There's nothing left to talk about. Blessings horizontally.
Ever so subtle. Since this is the era where Olivia had the whole world ready to get physical, this week's cocktail leans right into that vibe. Light, bright, and clean. It's called the Body Electric. You're going to take 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of fresh lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce of elderflower liqueur, and like I've said before, I like St. Germain's the best, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, 3 to 4 cucumber slices, and then some mint leaves. You're going to muddle the cucumber and mint just enough to release the cool green freshness. Add the vodka, lime juice, elderflower, and syrup. Fill that with ice, and then shake hard for a few seconds until the tin frosts in your hands. Strain into a chilled Collins glass filled with fresh ice and garnish with a cucumber ribbon and a mint crown. Optional, but delicious, a tiny pinch of sea salt makes the flavors really pop. Light, crisp, and hydrating, exactly the kind of drink you'd imagine Olivia ordering at the bar after a workout. Refreshing on the surface and strong and confident underneath. Here's Olivia, who redefined pop perfection, and the Foreigner, don't sweat the number 2 spot. You're still number 1 with us. Here's the loud riffs, quiet sips, and the stories in between.